of my face is red, with breasts, with a shoulder of a friend, with a corner of a desk, with communion, with a yes, and I'll tell you.
Welcome back to Pretty Much Experts. I'm Robert John. Skyler here.
Hey, everybody.
And we got Mike in the van in Vancouver, Canada. How you doing there, buddy?
Good, buddy. What's up there?
Hey.
What's up there?
We're gonna
Hi
talk
there.
about
Hi there.
we're gonna talk about vans today because we all watched a documentary called Vannin that we had to pay for like fucking cucks because whoever
Dude,
made
it
that
was so
doesn't
worth
believe in
it.
streaming.
Yeah, whoever idea
So
this was. Said,
But then
Right.
Mike's a goddamn van aficionado, you could say. Not quite a 2%er.
Enthusiast.
yeah.
Not a 2%er, but
You know what? After watching this fucking documentary, which was honestly the highlight of my whole weekend, and I made so much white, okay? It was the highlight of my whole weekend watching this van documentary. I got so boned up. That's
Yeah.
probably where most of the white came from.
Yeah.
And, yeah, dude, I don't know what the hell we're talking about. I'm just so fucking jacked up right now. Oh, 2%.
Yeah,
2%.
you're a 2%er.
Yeah.
Can you claim
I think
it?
after watching this documentary, I've convinced myself that I am definitely a 2%er, and I don't need anyone to tell me that.
No.
It's the outlaw mentality. It's that fucking OG ride and die, fucking, fuck shit up mentality, and I've had that since before I had a van. So
Oh, you were born 2%.
So what was the name
Born
of this
2%, baby.
documentary that we just watched?
Vannin.
Vannin. Okay. And it
Van.
was basically about this traveling
Van rally?
Van rally.
yeah, the Van
Kind
Nationals.
of like the Sturgis,
Yep.
of
Yep, for
van
vans.
life.
Of mentally handicapped people.
Yeah. People in their
Half.
fucking handicap vans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they just, I guess they go to the same place every year. And just
No, it's
have,
different every year. You didn't even
Different.
watch the movie.
No, I did, and we had arguments over this.
Every year it's in a new state.
Yeah,
That's the
they
whole
do.
point.
They go to and like clubs in each state will like hold their own parties and truckins and shit.
Yeah.
But like the Van Nats, the Van Nationals, they're in they're Van Nats. They're in a fucking different state every year. This year it just happened. It happened like a week ago, and they did. It sucks because they everyone had their own little private campouts, and they did like it was viral. They called it viral Van Nats, and like they did like online vendors. So like people would post their shit and like all their swag and all their vans. They'd make videos on Instagram, and people were just wheeling and dealing all off Instagram. I'll trade you these floor mats for that bumper and these windows for. It was just this whole online swap meet. It turned into,
Wow.
and it was so rad. And that was just like last week, the 48th Van Nats.
Wow. Good for them.
Good for them.
And the one in the documentary was, I think, the 40th or something. It was
Yeah.
like early in the 40s.
Yeah.
It looked like a good time. Like,
Dude.
It looked like a good
You
time
know?
in the 70s.
Yeah, in the 70s for sure. This
Oh, yeah.
This is like more like who wants to go camping with their parents? Like they even say it in the fucking documentary. Like there's a younger crowd at these truck-ins. They were
Yeah.
definitely not highlighted on this documentary, but this was more like, to tease the illusion that it's like the old school.
Yeah.
Right? Like the old school truck-ins. Like they're still truck-ins, they're still happening, they're still fun. They got games and booze and tits and fucking, fucking drag cars and van pulls and all this fucking rad van shit, like
Yeah.
but it's not the 70s. It's not
No.
that outlaw fucking era
And
truck.
You were saying you've never been to a van in an official.
Not an official van club one, but I've been to like a few I've been to dozens of fucking truck-ins. They're just like, some of them are more family oriented, some of them are just like, they're a camping weekend with a bunch of people from out of town, It's like someone's coming through town and this tree planter's in town, everyone's got their vans and we're going to go up to the lake,
Yeah.
Like I've been to all these unofficial ones, but no, I don't think I've been to an actual van club. No, I haven't been to a van club one as an adult.
Is
but,
there a Vancouver van club that you can get in on?
There's a Southern BC thing, yeah. It's called Slowpoke, I think. Slowpoke Van Club. There is something down here, but Washington is probably the closest, like, legit van club.
like that has
Yeah.
any prestige.
Yeah.
Like
It does to me though. It does, and if you watch this documentary, you'll understand. It
I'll
does
rewatch
to it does to some people. It's a
Yeah.
select bunch, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not a gearhead, but I'm totally into it. You know what I mean? Like I in some ways I am, but I'm like super horny for vans. Like I like trucks, I like bikes, I like cars, I like all that shit, but I'm super horny for vans. You know, like it's unwavering.
So, Mike, when did your horniness for vans begin?
Hot Wheels, baby.
The original Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels, yeah.
Wow.
I had a 1978 Dodge Hot Wheels, and then, you know, it just from there, you know, it's gotten worse.
Isn't that the one you just bought recently?
No, I didn't. No, that's a Ford, old Ford Hot Wheels.
But you did buy a
Piece
van
of
recently that you were like hard on because you had a Hot
Oh
Wheels.
yeah, my actual van.
Yeah.
Pearl. Yeah. Well, Pearl too, Merle and Pearl, my two fucking big beauties. They're both 77 Dodges. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I just remember the stamp on the Hot Wheels said 78 Dodge.
Wow,
That's cute.
that's
Yeah.
riveting.
I remember when
Fuck off.
when we were
Riveting.
young, back in the high school days, you and I, Mike, were like,
What was your
we wanna
favorite
start-
Hot Wheels? The Barbie?
Yeah.
Fucking bitch. Fucking cuck bitch, RJ.
Fucking big Barbie car.
What's that car that talks? Herbie? Like the little Herbie car?
Yeah. I was
Herbie
a
the Love
techno
Bug?
drill.
Yeah.
Fucking
Got it,
cuck
got it.
bitch.
I had a Batman Hot Wheels that was pretty sick.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Oh,
didn't
the
have
Batman
I-
ones were
I don't
so
know.
sick.
I was
Yeah.
a car
My-
kid.
our parents
I
gave us
wanted-
attention.
I didn't play with toys. I wanted
Yeah.
to see the real thing. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had these things
You know.
called Ninja Turtles, not little fucking cars that you
Yeah.
squeak along the...
Dinky cars.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Cars.
loved them, man. I loved them.
But I remember, yeah, no, when we were young pups back in like high school, we were gonna like start a band, and part of it was like we wanted to buy a van. I remember like,
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
and like half of the reason we wanted to start this band was because we wanted to have a van that we could tour in, but also like
Live in.
live in.
Dude, it's the
Yeah.
best way to live.
Yeah. So it's just interesting that it's like, you know, this was the dream back in like grade 10. And then here
Oh,
we
yeah.
are almost 20 years. Almost
20
20 years.
Probably 20-ish.
It'll be 20
Living
years.
the
I don't know
dream.
when will this will fucking air. But
Yeah, I think we started hanging out in like 2000.
yeah,
That's when I actually started to know you
September
guys.
2000 we met.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
20 years coming up this September. And that was the
Yeah.
dream then, was like we got to start a band so we can get a sick van and we'll deck it out.
Dude,
Um,
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can put all
Yeah,
our
we-
band
I-
equipment
we
in
never
it, but then
really
also have
did
a
any-
bed and have enough seats for like chicks and stuff.
Making out with
We've
each
done.
other.
I
Yeah.
feel like we've done both those things a number of times. You know. Now, I'll speak for myself then. I guess having
I'm
the
just
band
saying though, like
thing
you,
going on.
you
But it's-
embraced it. You
Yeah,
you went.
Oh
with it.
man, it's a lifelong fucking passion, dude. Before I even knew what it was, like my
Yeah.
parents used to take me like up to, we'd all go to London Motor Speedway, and there'd be truckins up there and parties at campouts up there, and fucking Dundalk and Grand Valley area, and like we went to a bunch of these small little racetrack fucking campouts, growing
Yeah.
up, and it was just like. It wasn't all about the vans, but there was like, bikes and drag cars and all this. It was just a fucking like motorsport kind of weekend, right? And
Yeah.
that was like, besides the Hot Wheels, that was definitely the next jumping off point for me, man. I didn't realize we were going to talk about my lineage here, but, but here we
Trace it
are, my
back. No, but
origin
you know what?
story.
I can I'm just like trying to suss out your poserness, if you are a 2% or not.
Yeah,
I'm doing
like,
the dirty.
Dude,
You
I
can't-
was 2% before I knew what 2% was.
You know what?
Guaranteed.
On listening to you
But-
speak now, it really sounds like you don't choose van life.
Hmm.
Van life chooses you.
Yeah, and how come our community can't be recognized for that? Okay?
Yeah, the traveling community.
feel like for like every dude that's like
Call
you
'em
that's just
gyps.
like cool and kind of has their shit going, like watching this documentary, all those people like should be in like assisted
Diabetes,
living.
coma?
Like, yeah, like
Oh yeah, easy.
like, oh
There's
my
a-
god, like these are all the
Yeah.
world's fattest people that live in vans.
Yeah, there's a,
Like
there's
this-
a lot of
This fucking
like,
woman that barely fits in
accessibility
a lawn chair. It's just like,
Oh,
and she's
barely.
going on about like my van. It's like, how do you even get in that thing? How do you
And
lay
she's got
down?
like 6 kids in tow too,
Oh
or
my
something. Was it
God.
that one? The real big
I'm
one?
pretty sure like I saw like this super mutated monster turtle from Ninja Turtles 2.
Mm-hmm.
Secrets of the Ooze.
Yeah,
I believe it's Toka.
there was some
Toka and or
specimens.
Razor.
And not even just like gonna fat shame for the next 30 minutes. Like there was one dude that like had like long hair, and he's just like, the reason I'm into vanning is because like all the hot rod guys hate on it because they say you can't hot rod a van. So my point on this earth is to prove them wrong. And he's like dead serious, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude,
Deadpan as
no
fuck.
one fucking cares that you can hot rod a van. Like, what
Well,
are
I
you
do.
talking?
I definitely do. But I'm not
He's
hanging
gonna
out with that
prove
guy.
him wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm not
put
hanging
like
out with
an
that guy.
exhaust on my van, and now some like flames on it. Now it's a hot rod van. Like, look at me.
Listen, of all of the old school guys, like he was like an OG 70s vanner, right? Like
Yeah.
he was the lamest one, and they exist. They exist in the car world overall.
Oh, yeah,
like,
most car
just with
people
like
are that guy.
elitist.
Yeah.
And fucking someone's got a chip on their shoulder and shit. Like I've been to enough of these car shows. They got their khakis pulled up to their nipples, you know what I mean, and their leather braided belts on. Like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
yourself. But they're all like with the van thing, it's easier for me to excuse just because I'm a fan of the van. Like he has actually got a tandem axle hot rod van. It's fucking rad as shit. But the guy's a cuck. And there was a bunch of other cucks there with nice vans too. Like the guy who had like the Allman Brothers van and the Ted Nugent van.
You have
And
to
it's
be
like
more
these are
specific, which-
virgins. These are 70-year-old
Yeah,
virgins right
Full
here.
virgins.
Apparently, like the Allman Brothers are big in the van.
There was
circuit.
multiple Allman
You know who's
Brothers
really big?
enthusiasts.
You know that puppeteer comedian Jeff Dunham?
Yeah, he's a van guy.
He's huge hot rod van guy. Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
He does
Like,
it,
he's
or
got
people
the
just
raddest
like
car collection
Oh, nice.
ever.
Like Jay Leno.
Rather than fuck Jay Leno and his steam ships.
He
and all
has
that.
every
Fuck
car.
that.
He's got.
I
lot
know
of
he's
cars.
got a. Oh, of course, and like Jerry Seinfeld apparently has got a nice. But Jeff Dunham's got like the old, like the cars you would see in the van and trucking magazines in the 70s. Like this is the AMC prototype. He's got that. He's got the one of one, the
Right.
raddest vans, the raddest hot rods, the raddest custom cars. Like, yeah, it's worth checking out for sure.
More
You're into
vans
that
than
shit.
friends for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But dude, that's what I'm working towards. More vans and friends.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, dude.
You-
Van
You're
farm.
close.
Just don't make sure it's
Dude,
not
I'm gonna
fucking
buy
more
20
puppets
acres in the
than-
desert. I'm buying 20 acres in the desert, and I'm having a van farm, man.
In the desert. You're gonna
Yeah,
lose it.
Cache Creek.
All that sand will ravage the electronics.
Oh, and yeah, no,
No,
it'll fucking
sand
just-
is the best for it. You
No,
want sand.
It'll just sandblast
Arizona, fucking Nevada, Reno, all these fucking places, they're the best.
it all. Won't it just
the best.
sandblast all the paint off?
I hope so. It
How come
needs
you
it.
haven't painted anything on the side of your van?
Because it needs, the new van needs body. Well, the new van's got no panels. It's all window, dude. Thing's got 14 motherfucking windows.
What a cuck van.
Yeah. Where's your privacy?
Well,
Let
that's
'em
not the
watch,
van
you know
for
what
it,
I mean?
dude. That's the van. That's the van that I'm gonna hot rod. I'm gonna grow my hair like Hulk Hogan and fucking hot rod a van. Okay, and like with his sunglasses tan too. That was gnarly.
Oh, that's the worst part. Yeah. His eyes
Yeah.
look so tiny.
You know, I've never been to a van Nats, and I've never been to a van club fucking trucking. But it's like, I don't need to be there to know what it's all about. Like it's in me. I want to go. I don't have to. I will. But it's like,
Yeah.
you know, that's in me. I want to get on the fucking slut bus or whatever they have and fucking smoke up with some old van dudes and hear about all their stories from the 60s and shit. Like,
Yeah, see, like, I'm not saying it didn't look like a good time.
Hmm.
Like, it definitely just looked like a glorified fall fair,
Yeah.
you know?
The Fall Fair parking lot.
Yeah.
oh, it was. That's all it was. Yeah. Fall fair with
Yeah.
vans.
I feel like at one point we were watching it and I said, like, I feel like these people are just, like, carnies without the rides.
Yeah.
And then, like, as the show went on, it's like, oh no, like, they do
Yeah.
have rides. It's their vans. They
Yeah.
are carny.
It's the vans,
This makes
buddy.
so much sense, right? Like, carnies, gypsies,
Well,
I get it.
I hope you guys give fucking Vannin another chance, because there is that Sleaze Lake one coming out, and they do touch on it in this documentary. They talk about, you know,
Sleaze Lake.
the original Midwest vans fucking camp out in whatever state they were in, I don't know, and they built this fucking town just out of fucking lumber. They just had all this firewood and lumber and built this town and saloon and a fucking bar and a fucking hotel all out of this like shit, and they just like decked it out for like a week and then had this massive truck in, and with like 10,000 people, had a great old time, mud pit, tits, fucking drugs, people drinking, keg parties, just had a great time in their makeshift little hillbilly town, and then burned it all to the ground the last day.
Like, that's
and they
pretty
burned it all
rad.
down.
Yeah.
That's so rad. And that's like, there is some of that, I think, twang, for lack of a better term, a little twang, like in the modern day vanning community. But it's just, there's a lot of those OGs and like, you know, old school vanners that fucking, they don't party like that. And the young crowd's all fucking, you know, weak and feeble.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's some.
They got no
dudes.
backbone.
Like, again, it like comes back to like when you see the pictures of them in the 70s.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, this is cool as fuck. Like,
So
it was
rad.
just like
Yeah.
20-year-old somethings, all fucking shirts
Yeah.
off, tits out, dicks out, didn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, rolling up in their vans.
Fucking
now
and
it's-
sucking.
You know, and now it's like, not to say it's a family event, but it's definitely like, those people grew up and had kids and
Yeah.
don't miss fucking Van Fest. Nationals.
Natz.
They don't miss the Nats. But now they're like fucking pushing 80, and this is their like 1 weekend.
Yeah, a lot
and
of 60s and
it's
70-year-olds.
sick for them, but like, you know,
Yeah.
like you're saying, like,
They still
people-
come out. You have to have a van to be there. You can't pull in a truck.
Yeah.
Unless that truck's hauling a van. You can't fucking, you know, you can't come without a van. So, like, it's nice to have that weird elitist thing going on. But it just, like, it weeds out the looky-loos. Like, and they talk about it, too. Like, you're right. Like, the older crowd that even go to the Nationals and shit, like, it's, like, I haven't experienced it. But, like, the documentary, I know people that have gone a bunch, but, like, the documentary makes it look like it's just a family-friendly party. But they talk about it like, you know, the fucking whatever, the National Van Association that used to exist in the 70s used to throw these big truck-ins, right? Like 10, fucking 20,000 people, thousands of vans. And it was awesome in the late 70s, mid-70s. And it's like, or by the mid or late 70s, this fucking organization had dissolved because the 2% were just too fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They were partying too hard. They were building towns and lighting them on fire. They were fucking rabid fucking party animals.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, it very akin to the biker community of that era. I'm sure the lines were blurred. You know?
Oh yeah.
But
But-
bikers and vanners? Fuck yeah. In that era. And now all those old guys have fucking pensions and mortgages and grandkids, and they just show up to see their buddies once a year to drink
Yeah.
beer and talk shit.
And I
And,
totally
like,
get
yeah.
that. Like, that makes, you know, so much sense.
Yeah.
If you could, like, once a year go and relive those glory days with your old
Yeah.
pals that are still, like, you know, I've been doing it for
Yeah, but
14 years.
the thing to remember is, like, they've been doing it so they do it every year for 40 years. That's the beauty in it.
Yeah.
Like, for me to go now, like, it would be like, I want to go find a community of people that I can fucking fall in line with and, like, you know, see
Yeah.
every year. But I don't
Yeah.
have that, like, history. So it doesn't mean as much to me. I'm there mostly
No.
for the vans and the tits, right? Like,
To you, it's just like it's an event, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's
But,
like,
like,
a
up
Warped
north,
Tour
like-
or like something. Like, you know,
Exactly.
it's there every
Exactly.
weekend. Or not every, it's like there every year. But
Every
to these
year,
people,
yeah.
it's just like, no, this is like the highlight, because this is my life. you
this
know?
is what it's been
I'm not
for
saying
20,
it's not
30,
your
40
life
years.
either. Like, I know
No,
you're,
no, it's
you
different, it's
are
different.
fucking a van person. Like,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
like,
for sure.
you know, I don't mean that in any disrespect.
I do.
It's just like you. I think, I think you're a 2%er just because you don't go to these fucking like cuck fucking events doesn't mean that.
Well,
you're
the thing
not.
is, if you had to ask me before I watched this thing, I would have been like, no, I'm not a 2%er. I don't have I'm not in a van club. I don't fucking go to these official truck-ins. Like, no, like I can't. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
But after watching this, it's like, well, I've been living like a 2%er.
Yeah.
And I've had my fair share of vans.
I don't
Still
feel
do.
like anyone in that movie lived in their van.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Like they just
One
went there.
dude maybe.
couple dudes.
But it's like
might have, yeah.
they
Couple
that's
dudes,
just their like
maybe.
weekend warrior thing. Like you live it
Well, it's
every
a-
day.
Was that
It's
one
a
dude's
hobby,
name?
yeah.
Was his name Kong? Do you guys remember Kong?
I don't remember anyone's
Scrawny
name.
dude, big old beard. Gonna talk like this.
Don't.
Oh yeah, that's the guy with the black van. He lives in it.
Yeah,
For
he
sure he
definitely
lives
lives
there.
in
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Like, there's some people that you just like. They got a look about them.
The one dude with like the Roman columns and the marble floor, like doesn't live in that
Yeah.
van.
There was the
No,
one
no,
young
no.
kid.
Yeah.
He looked like he lived in his
Yeah,
van.
he looked like he lived in
Yeah,
the
he
van.
had the same kind of van, 77 Dodge.
Yeah,
T200.
he had like a little chill spot. Like you know, what I mean, things like that. Like,
There was milk crates all over the
Yeah.
place like yours.
yeah,
Like your
Yeah.
background right
Crates
now.
give it away. It's
Milk crates give it away.
every time.
It's practical furniture.
Yeah,
I
totally is.
I definitely appreciate the like that being able to like my truck, for instance, is a piece of shit and it's falling apart and it's been given like a death sentence, so I know
Yeah.
she's done. Like, because I'm not I'm a car guy, but I'm not like a
But you're
mechanic.
getting a van.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
No, not at all. Complete opposite.
Please no.
Yeah. No, just that like I can like I've these people you people that like
Who you calling
these-
you people?
buying these vans and then just maintaining them, and that it's
Yeah.
like, you know what, like it's a 1978 Dodge, but like
Yeah.
I have replaced shit. Like it's gonna
Still
Yeah,
runs.
touched
as
everything.
long as the
yeah.
frame doesn't fucking collapse on me, like you're
Yeah.
fine. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's just being able to restore those kind of cars and not only like restoring them, because like people do that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got my 65 Chev that doesn't leave the driveway.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, like you restoring this car and you use it, like you
Yeah.
go out and live a life in it. I think there's
Dude,
something.
it's so
cool.
I feel exactly that. Like
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. Like that's all I want to do in my life is just fucking
Yeah.
work on my vans and trucks and just fucking hang around with my dog and drink and smoke and have buddies around and
Yeah.
you know, tits around and shit. Like that's all I want to do. That's
that's
literally
just,
like,
like, it's-
everything I want. And like I love working on all my shit.
And it's
You know, there's something about it. It's just like
cool.
it's peaceful and it's fucking like it's a purpose too. It's like if you're never like lacking for something to do. Like I'm not actively working on the van I'm living in right now because I don't need to. Like I've done a lot of it. If
Right.
like leaks start to spring up and the roof needs to be done, sure, I'll get to it. But it's like right now the van's tickety boo. Right? Like I've put in 6 good years on this van.
fucking tiggity boo.
Tickety boo.
Yeah.
I've been sleeping in this van for 6 years, ever since I got it. I've been fucking in it. I don't fucking it too much these days, but like, you know, I've been living in this van. Like I've been making the most of this fucking old pig since I fucking got it. You know, this fucking Norman Somerton over here.
Pig with tits.
And now that I got Merle's gonna be my fucking. That's gonna be my coffin when I go down. That's gonna be buried in the backyard, bones and all. Like that's my van. That's the Hot Wheels I had, and that's the one that I'm fucking like. I'm literally gonna do everything, body work. I'm gonna teach myself how to do all these things.
Yeah.
I'll do them wrong on a panel, and then I'll do it right up here, and I'll go back and redo the work I did, and fucking. I'm talking every little bit of rust off that frame. It's getting all new fucking everything. Front end components, suspension, everything. Eventually, like if it takes me 20 years, and you know I don't get to the Van Nats until number 69, I'm fine with that. I'll go for
Yeah.
69th annual Van Nats with Merle. Like I'm fucking going. Like that is my like chosen purpose. You know, like I like doing this shit.
Yeah.
I like living in my van. Like it's inconvenient in a lot of ways, but I like it. You know.
What condition is Merle in now? Like it's just storage?
It's probably a cool 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it runs, it drives, it stops, it's sketchy in all those ways. It barely runs, it barely drives, it barely stops, it barely steers. But it's like a good base. Like
Yeah.
it's just like way like it's been taken care of in the sense of like there's a lot of new components, like brand spanking new, a lot of it, but it's been I think it's just been abused. It's been neglected. That's what I'm trying to say. Neglected. For like probably a cool 20 years.
Yeah.
So it shows on the body, and it shows a little bit mechanically, like how hard it is to tune the goddamn thing. It just needs a really good. It needs a full rebuild on everything. For me to like, that's what it's gonna be to me, right? Like I'm not just gonna fucking pump it and dump it, you know. Like I'm going down. I'm going down with this van.
It's not
like
your
this
dad.
is my good van. It's not like it's my dad in your relationship, okay? Like, but it was like there's a lot of things like about this documentary.
Like, it comes back to like you need some land. You gotta buy some land.
That's it.
You know,
man, I'm going to the desert.
All you need is a fucking land and a driveway.
That's it, man. I can do it. I make my own power. I find my own water. I'll shit in a bag if I fucking have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're doing that now. Like I don't know. Other than like.
Well,
going
I'm
to
not
the gym
shitting
and
in
stuff.
bags, but.
No, but you can put up an outhouse.
Well, if I got enough land, I'm gonna have toilets all over the place, burn piles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Multiple toilets on the land.
But there's something too about vans that like you don't get with like the classic cars so much either. It's like that personality. Like I said, like the fucking theme. Some of the themed vans are, excuse my French, fucking gay.
Yeah.
Right? Fucking Allman Brothers and that shit. It's like, you know. But like the one that had the goldfish in it. It's like I'm never gonna do that.
No, that was
but it's so
gay.
rad that someone fucking did that.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, it's rad that this van's got a bar in it. It's rad that this van's got stained glass. It's like, who's putting stained glass in their van? I'm not doing that, but it's
cool.
fucking rad.
Yeah.
It's I'm too fucking, I'm bulling a China shop as it is, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't have stained glass in here.
Yeah.
Can't be blowing my nut on stained glass every month.
Gets fresh stained glass every season.
Yeah.
Every season,
Doesn't keep.
Stained glass windshield.
The one thing though, like, yeah, stained glass windshield's so dangerous. It's just, all you can see is out of the crystal.
Yeah.
You know, in the middle, it's like,
There's like
You
three
look like
little
you're-
peepholes. Yeah.
yeah, shit. But like the cool thing, the thing that's got me hooked with the van thing, like since owning one, like it's been 6 years now. I've been nonstop with the vans, like owning them, and you know, trading them and selling them and giving them to my friends and stuff. That it's like, fuck, I still got a van up north that's got half of my life in it. It's got a rug, it's got a guitar, it's got a fucking van parts, you know, like it's just sitting there on my buddy's property. But it's something to do, man. Like, it's like, how can I set this up so it's funner to be in? How can I set this up so that it fucking serves a purpose if I'm living in it? How, you know, what does it need to get me down the road? You know, it's all these things that's like, there's a purpose to it that I enjoy. It's like my most favorite thing is working on shit, right?
Oh, yeah. Like I don't think anyone's judging you. Like this is a safe place. Like,
Safe space
Yeah.
for banners.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like you live that life. Like, you're not just some cuck poser that, like, pulls his car, you know, like, drives a van around, takes his pictures, and then fucking, like, goes home, sleeps on, you know? Sleeps in his
sleeps
house.
under the pool table.
Yeah. Like a piece of shit. Like, you're,
Jesus Christ.
you know,
I feel like you're
Right.
dogging right now. You are dirty
it's not a
dogging.
fashion. It ain't a- you
You're
know?
getting right fucking doggy
Yeah.
right now.
It's a passion, not a fashion, is all I'm saying. And I think that's
fucking
sick.
right.
I think that's cool.
Fucking right.
And there's nothing wrong with just, like, I also enjoy
I
the,
like how you keep saying that.
hot rod aspect.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's like it's a counterculture to being a gearhead kind of thing. It's like being a gearhead, but like it's like, you know, the way that bikers are gearheads for their bikes and ATV guys are for their ATVs or whatever, right? Like, and their four-wheelers and mud boggers and like
Yeah.
it's having that. It's about community. That's the thing. Like, it's weird and it's fucking. It's so 2020 to say that, but it's seriously it's a community thing that like I know people on fucking Instagram that are like as rad as anyone I know in real life. And they probably would be in real life, and and the reason I fucking know them is because we both appreciate vans.
Oh, I get it.
You know, there is a younger demographic that's like wasn't represented in this documentary that I think Sleaze Lake might have a bit more because they're talking about the OG days.
Like,
I think
you
they're gonna
have me
have
at
to fucking
Sleaze Lake.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
go no further. When is Sleaze Lake?
When can we go to Sleaze
I think
Lake?
it's this summer sometime.
And we
it's
need
coming
vans for Sleaze Lake.
out. No, it's a documentary about this era of vans. The OG
Oh,
vans.
it's not an
It's not
annual.
somewhere we can go. It's not like a Disney.
Well, they got fucking truckins in the states, all over the northern states. Like there's fucking truck-ins and shakedowns and hoedowns and campouts all over you go to Ohio, you can go to fucking you can go to upstate New York and fucking there's tons of fucking truck-ins in the northern states, even up on the west coast. Like there's Montana's got a van club now, rad dude, and it seems like a decent club. Like, and
How are you
the guy
up on all this fucking van news? Like,
dude, it's all I think about all day, every day. Man.
Are you a newsletter subscriber? Like, is this an
I'm
Instagram
like
account?
I'm like
They just come and
indirectly
leave
keeping
a flyer
tabs
on your window, like under the windshield.
You know what? If I don't start a van club, I mean, if I don't start one day, that's fine. But I'm probably not going to join one until I'm invited, and I'll fucking pay my dues.
Carry your rock around.
Carry my rock around and be called a fucking puppy trucker.
Yeah, puppy trucker with your big inflatable dick.
Yeah.
I love
But like
that.
I've seen some back to the vans, dude. Like I've seen some vans that they got like a chandelier in it. Like who's putting a chandelier in their van?
That's some cut
It's
shit.
just-
Yeah. I don't know.
I
It's
think
cool.
it's
Like,
rad.
again, I appreciate the, like, when it's like you open it up and it's like a pimp your ride-esque, like, this is the style of my.
Yeah, but hillbilly, but all
Yeah.
hillbilly like.
But hillbilly.
Yeah, it's the hillbilly is the part that I'm like unattracted to.
You're not that's the most attractive element for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think in that van, they had one van. They had like old school footage of this like snake, this like pit viper on the front of the van.
Yeah.
And the people got real close to it, and it fucking sprayed out of the fucking
sprayed
snake.
them. Yeah, I saw that.
That was so rad. Other than the pit viper van, the hillbilly element is number one.
I remember one time, Mike. I think it was on this like. We were on a trip one time with friends, and we were on the highway driving, and this purple van, passed
Dude,
us
I know
on
exactly what you're saying.
on the
Yeah.
right hand side, and it
Yeah.
was a purple van, and it had an
I
orange
remember
and
this.
yellow.
Was I there?
I don't know.
I remember this.
Had an orange and yellow fucking stripe down the side. And it's like,
Yeah.
that is like the coolest fan ever. Had like the wing on the top and like the bubble
Yeah.
on the top as well.
Street
And then
van, yeah.
as he got past us, on the back of the van, he had this
Dude,
like
epic.
imagery, airbrush of like it was
Airbrush
like a
image, yeah.
waterfall, these mountains
Yeah,
and
mountains,
waterfall,
yeah.
and then a picture of the van.
The van!
Right
His own
Yeah.
with his
van.
high beams on.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he did. And you know what? I think that might have been my first exposure to that.
Yeah.
The mural element. Like, honestly, like, I don't know that I got horny for that right then.
Yeah.
That time that you're referring to.
Yeah.
That I totally forgot about. I'm so glad you reminded me.
Like,
Yeah.
again, this was like the.
But now I
and
see
it
it
was just
everywhere.
like, that's our
You'd be
van,
surprised.
That's our van, you know, like we were
That's
fucking
yeah.
freaking out. Like we had
Pumped.
talked about prior about how we wanted our van for the band.
Yeah,
that we were
that's
gonna
the
start.
one. We're gonna
And that's
get
what
him.
it's gotta look like. We're gonna have our own picture on
It's
it.
got
like-
it's got an airbrush image of us stealing the van.
Yeah.
But it's like, now I'd say like 1 out of 10 vans, and this is not an exaggeration, this is a pretty accurate statement. 1 out of 10 vans from like the 80s to the mid 90s, so like the newer-ish, camperish vans, 1 out of 10 will have an airbrush painting of itself on itself somewhere.
so
I'm telling you,
fucking
1 out of
awesome, yeah.
10, man. The old school like boogie vans, you don't see a lot of the Survivor vans with like murals on them anymore. They've all been repainted. It's pretty rare. But like some of the like the Travel Airs, the mid '90s and early '90s Dodges and Chevys, like you'll see them with airbrush paintings of themselves on it, and it's like, if you didn't do that yourself, you're a cuck for paying for it. It's cool, but like,
you
gotta
definitely
airbrush
don't pay like you have to pay for it. Like, who the fuck knows how to airbrush?
Dude, I'm fucking. I mean, shout out to Swamp Wizards right now. He'll never hear this, but he is like the raddest Florida fucking vanner. Like the raddest. He's like this fucking old 3rd generation vanner from Florida. His like granddaddy and his pappy and his grandpappy, they're all vanners, and he's like this rad dude. And he'll get a van for a couple grand. He'll put like 100 hours and a couple more thousand into it, and he sells it for what they're worth, like legit. Or he'll do raffles. It's like $100 buy-in on 52 tickets or whatever, and you get your $5,000 for your van, right? And everyone gets a chance to buy it. And he does these like really nice fucking airbrush fucking portraits. He's got one out right now called the Love Machine, and it's got a heart window, and it's got like an airbrush coming off the heart into like this woman blowing a kiss. It's fucking rad, man. So shout out to Swamp Wizards. Like I said, he'll never fucking hear this, but like his vans, like the amount of the turnover, like he does, like I'd say there's at least 10 a year. He's just been turning them over,
But yeah, that's sick.
It's sick, man. Like, that's my dream, is to have a little shop, like a piece of land with like a 6-car, like a pad that's like 50 feet by 80 feet. Just this massive pad, and have it all sectioned out, and have my vans in there, and just be. That's all I'll do. That's all I want to do. Have the dog running around, barbecue going.
Like, you gotta, as much as the van life is a thing and it works, you really need to get some land that you can like work on the van. Because
I don't know if you know this about me. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm pretty unstable.
Oh,
and I have a problem. And I have a problem with commitment.
Yeah.
Just
okay. Like, I don't know if you know that about me.
Oh.
Like, I mean, I'm a pretty fucking fly by the crack of my ass kind of guy, right?
You're loose. You're loose. Yeah.
I'm loose. I'm fucking loose as a goose, baby.
Yeah, I get it. I've seen it. I lived.
But the van life right now is a means to an end. Like, if I can do this for 5 years, I'll have my $100,000 saved up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying though, like,
and I'll be able to get whatever the fuck I want.
You can fucking buy some land for like $20,000.
Nowhere nice though. Like, it's Saskatchewan. You know, like,
the SAS.
Fuck Saskatchewan.
What the hell are you gonna do for work? You don't farm.
Maybe not. You know, like under $100,000, you can fucking buy some land.
Dude, I'm looking. There's land here.
Buy some land. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
there's land here from anywhere between 80,000. Like, it's not close to Vancouver. It's closer to Kamloops. I don't want to be blowing up my spot here, really. But who fucking listens to this? No. But from like 80 grand to 200 grand, you can get varying degrees of awesome. So for 80 grand, you might get like 5 acres right off the highway. It's all tree, one driveway in. Perfect.
Yeah.
For 80 grand, 5 acres. But for fucking 180 grand, you get 40 acres. And it's a creek and a river and trails and fucking. And it's like, and then you just buy a $30,000 trailer and hook up power and you live there until you build a house. You know, like.
Yeah.
Build a shop, build a house, fucking, live in the trailer for 15 years. Who cares?
Yeah.
Get another trailer if you don't like that one.
Yeah.
Put 2 together. Have a real long one.
So, like, the plan is to save enough money to, like, have a wicked down payment and then still have, like, 50 grand to build something over the next couple years. So, continue to go to work to pay my mortgage and shit.
Yeah.
But, like, fucking have bankroll of money to build my fucking pole barn and my fucking shop and shit.
Yeah. See,
that's the plan.
I feel like it's not a bad plan. I feel like there's part of me that
dude, and I'm telling you where I'm going is fucking van central. These vans are parked in the desert and they're just sitting there. There's hundreds of them. Like, I'm going to the fucking motherland. I'm going to the elephant boneyard.
Fucking El Dorado.
I'm going to El Dorado.
Yeah.
Have you ever? There's a show on Netflix with like this like tall dreadlock dude. It's a car show and his fat little friend. It's basically like if me and Kurt were different people and had a fucking car show. It's like this. right? And and they fucking, that's where they're located. They're located in Cache Creek area, like, and they scoop up all the fucking old A-body 60 fucking hot rods, you know, and they do it all out of Cache Creek. So it's like, I'm gonna go be the van guy down there, you know.
That's the goal.
I'm gonna get my own TV show down there.
You gotta have goals. Like I don't know.
Dude. If we're all gonna die tomorrow, I'm gonna shoot for the stars, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get some credit cards and shoot for the stars.
Dude, I've been maxing out credit cards for 10 years, man. Why do you think I gotta wait to buy a house? Papa's had a down payment for a decade now.
Yeah.
He's got no fucking credit.
Oh fuck yeah. No, I feel like I have my shit together. Like we have this townhouse that we live in, and you know the goal is to sell this place and buy another house within like 4 or 5 years. But like I would love to just fucking like cut and run, buy some land, and then like get like a trailer and like have some other friends that have trailers as well, and just like make our own little fucking
make
like
our own town.
Yeah, the community.
Everyone pays a couple $100 a month. It goes towards the mortgage. Like
Yeah.
people live there for cheap. They don't own the land like you own the land.
Yeah.
But people come live there for a couple $100 a month. They don't care because it costs them nothing,
Yeah,
and you're paying your mortgage.
yeah, exactly.
Build a little shanty town, fucking Sleaze Lake.
Sleaze Lake, yeah.
Dude,
Like,
I'm in. If you buy some land, I'll move back. 1,000%. I'll pay you $500 a month to your mortgage.
Yeah,
if you
it
give me
is.
my own little parcel, my 40 acres and a mule.
Give me an acre.
Give me an acre for the van farm.
Give me 40 feet and a mule. I'm fucking good.
I don't need much room. I can park them real tight together.
But then the problem turns into like I love that idea, but like I also enjoy like plumbing and electricity. Like
Dude, you can have all that.
yeah, but you can. I guess you could do like
Make that a
septic tanks.
priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trailers
Septic's
have
easy
septics.
enough. They last for 20 years. It's like, it's going to be fucking your kid's problem or your fucking, you know, your brother-in-law's fucking problem by that time. It's like, yeah, you can do all that shit, man. Like, you can,
I'd cut and run.
you can dig a hole. You
You
can dig a hole. You can fucking slap some wood together. You know, this day and age, and if you're doing it in Ontario, you're definitely going to have to do it the right way with all the permitting and shit. But, like, you just have some money when you buy the place. When you sell your house and buy the land, like you're saying you're going to,
Yeah.
when you do this, take whatever half the money is, the equity you've built on the home you live in now,
Yeah.
put half of it towards the new house and half it to get your life started at the new place. It's like, that's my goal here. You are at a good jumping off point because you own something now. You can fucking war against this till the day you die. You know?
That's basically it.
That's
right?
the plan.
You don't even have to sell it. You don't even have to sell it. You can get a double mortgage or whatever they call it. Fucking second mortgage.
I don't
You
think
know, in
there's
10 years.
Is there such thing as a double
mortgage, yeah.
Yeah, you get yourself a double mortgage in 10 years. Have some fucking cuck just move into your house and pay you to live there. Pay your own rent. Pay your mortgage. And while you have your own little place, another little property that you bought with your double mortgage.
I don't think that's how it works. But I just think
Sounds
of it like if I downsized, you would make so much money. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah, but you're already at the smallest you want to go, right?
But I mean, if I wanted to sell this fucking hole and then get the trailer and the land and like move out there, you know, you could.
Dude, you guys were saying something about going to the Yukon. Remember that?
There was a time.
Whitehorse
Yeah.
or something? Like,
I flirted with
just
it.
come for that trip and see if you fucking like it anywhere out
Well,
here, right?
I
Let's
think
go
that
do a
ship has
fucking...
sailed.
Yeah, that was for like a job opportunity or
The
something.
Northwest Passage is closed.
It's all that fucking smallpox outbreak up
Oh
there.
my god, yeah, they got it the worst.
No, they're probably fucking living clear, man.
Oh yeah, no, they're
For
fine.
real.
They just
Not
gotta
like
worry about,
Scientology, but
fucking
like,
scurvy.
you know.
That's their only problem.
Nah, dude, they're so good up there. Like, honestly, like, life is slow and boring, but in a lot of ways.
Yeah. But it
You
really,
know, you
like,
get what you get,
It comes
but-
back to this, like, nonsense about this goddamn pandemic that we're in. right? Like, it really opens your mind to, like, what is important to me? Like, if you are living in a city because you enjoy going, like, I like the restaurants, I like this, you know, I like the social aspect.
Yeah.
It's like, you, like, you, I don't know. But now that you're, like, you can't do that, it's like, what does this mean to you? Like,
Right.
how, you know, like, I don't know. I'm sure, like, I've read some stories about, like, people that, like, are leaving the cities, and it's like, I don't know. I think it's, like, liberating. It's really fucking, like, you know, what do you want to do? Take this time
but those
to
people are just
reflect.
moving to suburbs, you know? A lot of those people leaving the cities,
Yeah.
like, they should have left a long
They're
time
still
ago.
cucks.
Like, they're just
Oh
moving
yeah,
to
they're
suburbs.
cucks.
They're still cucks, but, like,
But
you know,
you're right, like,
they're just,
all the things that the city has to offer, it's like, in this time
Yeah.
of COVID, we can't do any of these beneficial things. The reason why most of us are here in the city, you know? There's
Yeah.
employment opportunities, social opportunities, fucking, you know?
Concerts.
yeah.
All these
And it's like,
avenues.
if these things, if they
Concerts,
don't exist,
fucking, you know,
and,
everything.
like, you kind of have other
What are we doing here?
plans, like,
Yeah.
you have other life goals.
Yeah.
It's like, why not, like, take
Yeah.
the time now to, like, okay, like, let's kickstart that, you know?
I feel like life's about
because
hunkering down.
life in the cities,
You just
right
got to hunker
now
down
is
for
gonna
3 to
be-
5 years.
Yeah, it's gonna be
you know?
fucked for at least
3 to
two. I'd say, like, the next 2 years.
No,
it's
but
gonna
like
be,
just in sections. Like you hunkered down to buy this house that you're in now.
Yeah.
You hunker down for 5 good years. You're in this house now. Hunker down in this house for 3 to 5 good years.
Yeah.
See where you're at, where life's at, where the market's at, where the fucking population's at,
Yeah.
and then go and do something else and hunker down there for a bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's been my experience too in life. It's all in like these like 3 to 5 year chunks.
Mm.
You know, everything changes.
So I think, like, next stage might
New directions.
be, I gotta talk the roommate into it, but just getting some land.
Get some land.
Yeah,
And,
come
like,
out to the
trailer.
and
desert, buddy.
Trailer and the desert.
In
no.
the desert.
Dude,
I'll
it's
compromise,
easier
like,
if there's 2 people. I'm telling you. Like, I'd buy a fucking property with you out here, or side-by-side properties or something. And, like, if there's 2 of us, it's going to be way easier to do everything.
I would
Like,
compromise.
as far as
like,
building
I'm down.
everything and fucking...
I would compromise, but, like, I'm not fucking buying desert property.
Desert.
okay. There's nicer places. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Like,
Yeah. No,
I'm-
it's all in that. Like, it's an hour from Kamloops. And Kamloops has shows and it has restaurants. It's like going into Guelph, you know? It's like
Yeah.
150, 200,000 people, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like all the hour surrounding Kamloops and all that area is just like, it's fantastic. And you can work in Kamloops. Just drive 45 minutes or whatever every day,
yeah, for sure.
you know? It's like, fuck it. It's like you pretty much drive an hour every day anyways in traffic, right? So,
Don't tell me what I drive.
I'll tell you what I drive. But like in the city here, it's like even though I only have 15 kilometers to go, it's dead straight up or down or across the city. It's like, oh, it's going to take 40 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
like,
if I
there's
do,
no
I could
way,
do
like,
it on fucking number 1 highway or the number 5 highway. It's one road all the way to work. Boom, 45 minutes. You know.
I just got to get that fucking equity. Once I get that,
Oh, yeah.
that
Yeah.
sexy,
Get that fucking equity.
Once you
Yeah.
earn it.
Yeah.
Once I earn that
Yeah,
equity, it's
you guys
coming.
earn that equity. I'll keep
Mm.
saving, and we'll make a plan. And like I'm telling you, if we bought somewhere, honestly, if we both bought something somewhere kind of close to one another, it would make establishing homesteading so much easier.
Yeah.
Because then it's just
But
one
even,
extra
again,
set of
if you-
hands, right? Oh, I need help.
Yeah.
You know, I need to bring this thing home. It's like, okay, I need you to fucking drive this. I'm gonna go buy that. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
I love the
drive
idea
this
of
truck.
just,
I'm
like,
gonna drive that truck.
again, like, I don't know if you've been listening at all, but it's like, just buy some fucking land and like
I
a
gotta.
bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
land and like all my friends just like get a trailer and come fucking
Dude, even honestly,
throw it
5
down.
acres is
And
a
it's like-
nice enough.
and then
chunk of
everybody
land.
has their
Telling you.
own like personal space, but it's also like, this is our community. We're gonna van life it here. This is the 3%.
You're in? Are you in?
I like
Are you baiting me right now?
I
You got
think
another
I
bang
got-
wire?
Yeah.
You got another bang wire?
bang wire
Queued up? Like what the fuck?
I did do another bang wire.
No.
Do you guys
Oh,
want-
I
You have another
Did
one?
you really?
I did do a second bang wire.
I mean,
was
last
it from
week's
Van
bang wire
Nats?
was.
Did you do it from Van Nats?
Yeah, like I didn't. No, it's not Van Nats, but like I did. Like
This isn't
I
you
did
at Van
two.
Nats? You didn't
I
bang
did
wire
two.
Van Nats?
Yeah, I'm just like I'm. There's no. I'm just gonna throw it on here.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, you like that, Mr. V? Oh, yeah. Let's touch your hands
Dude,
when
you
you're
guys
done.
get down, eh? Getting down.
It's such a
The
consistent
best part is the
rhythm.
45 seconds of slapping. Yeah.
Like, is that a metronome? Like, that's some consistent, like, rhythm you
No,
got
that's
there.
my nutsack.
Wet
His
ass
nutsack.
slapping.
I just mean, like, the cadence is all...
Yeah, we don't like.
Yeah, no,
we don't
they're
make
in love,
love.
clearly.
No.
No,
They're
we
in
don't
love.
make love. It's
Yeah,
all
no,
about-
that is making love. That
It's a-
constant drone of
Yeah.
slapping. That's what love is.
No, I don't think
There's
that's
no
love.
emotion there. It's just
I
love.
can tell you right now, me and your dad do not love each other.
Well, I'll have to ask him. I'll take your word for it.
You
but
better
I'll have to
not.
ask
You better
Don't
not.
talk to him.
Don't blow up my spot, bro.
him. Which one of you is the puppy trucker?
Oh, you know he's the puppy trucker. But we switch.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He's taken me to a few truckins.
Yeah.
Not like that. Not like that. He's my dad. I would say if anyone's the puppy trucker
I think
here, it's
he's-
gonna be you.
No, I've played puppy trucker for him a couple times. You know.
But yeah, I could see that being his bag. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I mean he's a complicated man. He's a complicated man.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Speaking of complicated man, did how many of you fucking admired the Cripples minivan?
I didn't
Did
admire
you see
it.
that thing?
Yeah.
He
talking about,
had a
his
hot.
little- his
Okay,
little
dude, that
wheelchair
van
thing?
is sick.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about like
Yeah.
the little van that?
The
he
little van was
Yeah.
a go kart that he gets in.
had? Yeah.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah.
That
It
was
looked
so sick.
exactly
Of
like the
it
big-
looked exactly like his fucking hot rod van.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was sick.
Too bad he couldn't use his legs.
Yeah, well, you know, he's making fucking do. Look at him go. Seriously.
No, and like he
Multiple
I don't
vans.
think it was him, but I did see his van.
Someone in
the-
there. But I think that's what it's
but
designed for, really.
His van
that
was
dude.
in that like
wheeling.
the brake contest, you know, where like what's the
Yeah,
fucking
power brake.
What's the fucking
Power
deal
brake.
with the two people standing in front of the car like they're holding
Dude,
it?
so, okay, at the front, they're holding
Yeah.
it until it gets set, until the wheels get set where they want to go.
Yeah.
And then they'll put chocks in there. And
Yeah.
they just kind of stand there. But the guys at the back are holding it, just putting enough pressure on it that it doesn't go side to side. 'Cause
Okay.
it's just going to do this. If you're
Yeah.
in one place, the van's just going to start doing this. So the guys at the back
Yeah.
are just keeping it in line. I mean, the whole power brake contest is kind of silly, but I love them.
It
I
just-
love it.
I just-
But I want to
Explain to me
see
a
it
power brake.
natural.
I don't know
I
what
want to
that
see a
means.
power brake. It's like doing a skid or whatever, right?
Okay.
It's like if you have an automatic van, if you have an automatic vehicle, it's called a power brake. If you have a manual vehicle, it's like a burnout,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? You drop the
But,
clutch,
like,
fucking squeal the
I'm
tires.
talking about those
But
two
in
fucking
an automatic van,
cucks-
it's called a power brake.
those cucks that like are sitting in front, like they might as well be wearing fucking clown clothes. And,
Dude,
you
well,
know-
some of them were.
yeah,
They were those
They
flowery
were.
vest
They were.
brothers.
But you know what I mean?
know?
Like they're basically like rodeo bull fucking clowns, just holding the van.
Listen,
That's all they
I'll give you that shit's pretty lame.
Yeah.
But when it's done right, when a power brake is done right, like
Yeah.
on a Friday at the beach when I pull up in my truck,
Mhm.
when I do a power brake before I go and park in front of all the guys drinking beer on the side of the road,
Yeah.
that is fucking rad.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like
You can do a good power brake.
I'm not fucking knocking the power brake. I understand the power brake. I feel like they are doing a
I
contest
feel like I am part power
with the
brake.
power brake. My
Yeah.
thing is just those two, like, you know, like I said, they might as well
The
be wearing
cucks.
clown
The
fucking
cucks.
clothes. And you're right. Like, I guess they're serving a purpose, but like, isn't there like
They are.
a harness?
No, it's
they
pretty
can-
lame.
They can just make.
It's pretty lame. They do, like, there's some contests or some truck-ins, I don't
Saddle.
know. Yeah, some truck-ins where they do it on the way out. They'll just have a couple guys there on the way out, and they'll spray some fucking bleach down on the ground, because the bleach really makes it smoke. And they'll just spray the black tires with bleach, and some of the vans will just fucking for like a good 3 to 5 seconds, and the guys will just, like, throw them out the gate. The guys in the back will hold it there for, and then they'll just like, woo! And they fucking, the van takes off, and it's awesome. Pulling out of a fucking truck in a little fucking power brake contest, that'd
Yeah.
be awesome, man. And
would
everyone
be.
behind you just sucking in all this tire, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, oh,
there's
yeah.
no fresh air anywhere.
I wonder, like, who
Oh,
is
it's
the
fantastic.
fucking genius that discovered if they sprayed bleach
Oh,
on
how many
tires,
other items
it
did
would,
they
it would
spray?
burn better.
That's
You know?
science.
That's science. Give that black fucking smoke.
Yeah. I could talk about fucking vans all day. I think one staple to being a vanner, 2% or not, I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. to being a vanner, like one thing is you have to have more than one van. Like at some point in time.
Oh.
Maybe not always.
Mm.
Maybe you're a high turnover guy, right? But you're going to fall in love with one, and then you're going to fall in love with another. So it's like having more than one van is really the benchmark, I would say. My big takeaway out of this. And I am sucking my own dick right now. I am big time.
Yeah.
But that's
how's
my
the
biggest
taste?
takeaway. I'm more 2% than I ever fucking knew after watching that fucking documentary.
I think you're fucking
Yeah.
homogenized.
I found my home, bud.
You fucking
Mhm.
cuck.
Yeah, I'm like falling in love all over again. You know?
Wow. With that, should we wrap up our Vannin?
Actually, you know what? I do have a bang wire.
Oh,
I do have a
okay.
bang
You have
wire.
a bang wire? Okay, let's do
And
a
it's the
quick-
perfect close.
let's
Not going to
close
be
it.
nowhere near as sexy. But actually,
Let's
it's pretty
close
sexy.
on this
It's pretty
bang
sexy.
wire.
You just been holding out on this bang. How
he's a
long have
good-
you
Willie-
had this bang wire?
I was gonna say, Willie, cues it
It's
up.
van related.
Download,
It's van related.
Tell
It's
a
van related.
friend. Podcast where podcasts are. Thank you, bike thieves.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's hear this bang wire and send us home,
So
bro.
1 minute bang wire.
Bike thieves, I think, are going to be on.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That's DL.
I mean, not anything.
Nothing. Oh, Mike's.
no, we lost.
Mike's,
Next year,
Mike's internet
we
is
got
bad.
everything from, barnyard finds all the way up to a lot of expensive vehicles here. So
Here we go.
Trucking north, trucking south and east and west, trucking in from all points of the compass, rolling down the asphalt in the neatest, wildest, most free and open brand of American transportation since the covered wagon. Yeah, the vans are moving.
Where do you find this
Vans
shit?
are
That's a sure sign that just over the next horizon, the biggest party you've ever seen is about to get underway.
Yeah.
The Rose Bowl, Indy 500, and Woodstock of Vannin packed into one sensational weekend. A weekend for the free spirits tucked inside those beautiful vans, loose and free.
That's what it's all about,
What
baby.
the fuck was that? Okay, well,
Loose and
thank
free.
you.
Thanks for that, yeah.
Loose and free, baby. We'll be back next week.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.